Hey, welcome in everybody. So in this video, I'm going to assemble the lightsaber, but I think what I want to do is I'm going to create two sub-assemblies. So my first sub-assembly, I want to connect this kind of ring here to the bottom piece. And then the second sub-assembly, I want to place this cover onto this kind of side piece here. And then we can kind of slap those pieces together. But if you want to just assemble them all together piece by piece, you can totally do that too. But what I want to do is I'm going to go to File, I'm going to go to New, I'm going to go to Metric, Standard, Millimeter. No, I don't want to do that. I want to make a part. I want to go to Assembly, right? Standard, Millimeters, Assembly. Let's do that. Let's say Create. I'm going to place... We're going to place this bottom piece, part 4. I'm going to right click, place grounded at origin. I only need one, so I'm going to right click, hit OK. I'm going to turn on, I'm going to go to View, Visual Style, Shade with Edges. I'm going to then go to Symbol. I'm going to place that little triangle-y piece, this one. Click Open. I'm going to left click to place it, right click, hit OK. So what I want to do here, I'm going to turn on some planes so that I can constrain this. So this part number 5, I'm going to open up the origin. Let me right click on this YZ plane, make it visible. And then I want to also right click on the XZ plane, make it visible. For this piece, this is part 4. Only one I need on this. Do I want that one? No. Yeah, this one. I want the XY plane. I'm going to right click, make it visible. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to Constrain. And move this out the way. I want to constrain the axis of this circle here. When you see this kind of long line pop in, I want that to constrain with this side of the bar here. So now I have those two planes that are kind of, this plane is going long ways that way. I'm going to hit Apply. So now I can still kind of move this side to side and up and down. So this plane here that I have, I'm going to constrain it to this plane here. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to constrain. I'm not sure which one of these it's going to be. Let's go with maybe flush. So I'm going to zoom in. So I want this plane, and that arrow's coming towards us. With this plane, that arrow's coming towards us. So I think we're good there. I heard it clonk in. So I'm going to hit Apply. Let me look at the right side view. Yeah, those are lined up. So now I can kind of still move this up and down. What I want to do is kind of constrain it where it's kind of pointed down a little bit. So to do that, I'm going to try, I'm not sure exactly the numbers. I'm going to try to constrain it with this at the angle constraint. And I want to use this first solution. I want to constrain this bottom surface with this plane here. Now let me look at the front view and see what we did. The thing made it all the way backwards. So what I want to do is try and flip this thing. So I'm just going to play around with the angle here. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be. So right now that's 0. Probably what I want to do is make, I don't know, I'm just going to guess here. Let's try -30. What does 30 do? 90. should have figured this out ahead of time. That's kind of it. 120. Oh, that might be the one I'm looking for. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with 120 and hit apply. It may be different from yours, but I just kind of want it just kind of pointed downward a little bit. Hit apply right there. Now we can turn off the visibility of these planes that are showing. So this one here, I think we're good there. So that's kind of what we got going on. I know I made this probably too small, but I think it's good for government work. Anyway, all right, so I'm gonna go to File. I'm gonna save this as, I'm gonna call it Sub Assembly 1. Hit save. Yeah, okay to all this. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, then I'm gonna go to File, close this. So we have that. And now what I wanna do is I'm going to bring in this piece. So I wanna go to File, New, Metric, Assembly, Standard millimeters, Create. I'm gonna go to Place. I want this piece here. Click Open. I want to right click, select Place Grounded at Origin. Right click again, hit OK. All right, so then I'm going to bring in a little panel cover piece, this part 6. Just kind of left click to place it off to the side somewhere. Right click, hit OK. Then I want to constrain these two. So I want to constrain, what do I want to do? I want to constrain the back surface. I'm going to select Mate. So I want to constrain this face here with the back of this part here. Let me make sure that went the way I want it. Yeah, hit OK or hit apply. So now I can still move side to side and up and down. I'm just going to move it way off to the side so I can hopefully get to those surfaces easier that I need. All right, so now when I want to constrain, I'm going to constrain the tops. So the top of this with the top of this, they're both pointing up, so that's the one I'm going to want. Hit apply. So now I can just only move it side to side. So I'm kind of move it way over here so I can grab the surface here. So constrain. I'm gonna select the side surface here. That arrow is pointing to the right. I want to constrain it to this surface in here, and that's pointing away or the other way. So it's going to be this one. Clonk it in, hit apply. So now we have our cover piece on there. I'm going to go to File, Save. This is going to be Subassembly 2. Hit Save. All right, now we can just stack those pieces on top of each other. Sounds easy, but I don't know. We'll find out. So I'm gonna go to close this file, close. I really don't need this one here, but I'm gonna go to File, New, Metric, Standard, click on Create. I'm gonna place our subassembly number 1, right click, place grounded at origin. Right click again, hit OK. I'm going to turn on, or not turn on, but I'm going to change this shaded with edges. And then I'm going to go to Symbol, Place. We're going to bring in, which one is next? Is it going to be this piece? I think it's, let's see, I'm trying to figure this out in my head. So that's top, second. Yeah, okay, this is the next in line right here. Our subassembly 2 is what I want. I'm going to left click to place it, right click, hit OK. So I would like for this, just so that everybody can kind of see the good stuff we have going on, try to make this panel in line with this kind of keyring looking thing. So what I want to do is, let me see if I can first constrain the top of this to underneath here. We'll hit apply. And let me move this out of the way. Then I want to constrain the axis. So this axis with this axis here. Hit apply there. So now I should be able to rotate it. So I want to try to get it to where these are kind of lined up over the top. Now in real life it's probably not that way, but I just want to, whenever we kind of show off our lightsaber, they can see all of our features kind of lined up, so one's not kind of hidden on one side. I don't know if that makes sense, but let me see if I can turn these planes on, some of these planes, to kind of get these lined up. So yeah, that's the one I want. So the YZ plane, make it visible. For our other subassembly, origin, we're looking for this one here. Yeah, the XY, make it visible. So if I can kind of line these two planes up together, so constrain, I'm going to select this plane that's going away from us. This plane is coming towards us, so I need this one. Like so, hit apply. There we go, we got that. Then I'm going to bring in the next piece, which is going to be this one here, part 2A. Click open, left click to place it, right click, OK. So this one doesn't matter because it's the same all the way around, right? So I'm just going to constrain the top of this to the bottom of that, hit apply, and then constrain the axis. So the axis of this one to the axis of this one, hit apply. Now it can still rotate around, but you know, I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to let that be unconstrained. Actually, let me do this properly so I don't want to get yelled at. So for this one here, which piece is that? That's piece number 3. Yeah, part 3. So let me go to the origin. Let's look for, is that, oh, that's not the right one. I want part number 2. That's the one I'm looking for. I got too many things going on here. So subassembly 2, subassembly 1, part 3, part 6. Here it is down at the bottom. Good Lord. So the one I want, it just doesn't matter, one of the vertical ones. So let's do this one. I'm going to right click on this XY plane, make it visible. Now I can constrain, let me turn it this way. So I'm going to constrain this plane with really either one of these. I'm going to grab this one. Let me look at the top view. That, yeah, that worked out. Hit apply. And then finally, bringing in the tippy top piece, place. 1A, is that the one I'm looking for? I made so many different copies of these. Yeah, 1A. Hit open, left click to place it, right click, OK. Now just stack this on. So constrain the top surface to underneath this ring surface here. Boom. Hit apply. And then I'm going to constrain the center axis to the center axis. Where are you at? Right there. Hit apply. And then I can turn on, let me turn on the plane of this one. So we're down here, origin, just one of these vertical planes. The XY, I'm gonna make it visible. And then I'm going to constrain that surface with this surface or this plane. Hit apply. Now we're good to go right there. So then I just turn off all these plane visibilities that I have. Go down here and find them all. There's another one. There's one more down at the very bottom. Where are you at? Here you are. Found you. Right there. Okay, so I'm going to go up here to this little advanced settings and collapse all. Make that less confusing there. So there is our fully constrained, awesome lightsaber. Let me look at it like this. This is better because I can see the buttons and stuff on this side. So that's kind of when I want to line all these up so you can kind of see them. So if it was on the other side, you would be able to see some of the cool stuff, but not others. So yeah, I kind of like that. So yeah, make sure you save it. We're gonna go File. We're gonna save this as, I don't know, call it complete assembly. Whatever you want to call it. Hit that save button. Boom. Hit OK here. All right, there we go. So yeah, that was a long process, but we got it all done. Looks kind of nice, don't it? I think so. Well, we can go out and we can save the galaxy. All right, peace out.